Good morning. It's 32 degrees at least. Oh my gosh, everything's covered in condensation again. I'm not really wanting to get out of the tent this morning. You can see all the condensation just dripping down my rain fly. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but get some coffee in me. This reminds me of all the times my father-in-law says, "You're crazy." Miss you, Dad. Wish you were here. Anyway, get a little coffee going and get up and go slogging through the water some more. I was talking earlier about the condensation on my tent. The last couple of days, well, all 3 mornings, the tent's been covered in condensation. And just in case y'all are wondering, yeah, I had my tent vented very well. But man, when you're in a flooded forest, you wake up in the morning, everything's covered in condensation. Every tree, every leaf, every blade of grass, every vine, so there's just no escaping it. So you dry your tent off the best you can. You get packed up and go again. And if there's no adversity, is it really an adventure? All right, y'all. Woohoo! I'm entering my last section. Getting down to the end of it now. All right. All right, y'all. I just crossed over into section 11. That's the last section on the Lone Star Hiking Trail, the Winter's Bayou section. And man, it's warmed up really nice right now. I don't know what the temperature is, sunshine. It went from like 32 this morning, everything being saturated, to crap, it's nice. So anyway, I'm fixing to hit the 91-mile mark, and just about there. Feeling good. You know what 91-mile marker means, don't you? It means 5 more miles to go now. I'm gonna see my baby again. Don't let your backbone slip. Just get that pack on your hips and get back on the trail again. I gotta keep on walking. I got to walk on. Man, would you check this out? Dry trail. Well, moist. This is about as good as dry as today's as I'll get. This is nice. Oh, it's nice. I'd put some dry socks on, but I'm afraid I'll just get back into it again. Here in a couple of miles, I'll get back down to the San Jacinto River again, well south of where I was at and couldn't cross. There's supposed to be an iron bridge over it. And that's good, but if it's low lands, we're allowed to get back into the water again. So I'm taking advantage of this. I like this. Whew. I'm glad it's not still in the 30s. Oh my gosh, it's cold enough. Well, through the woods, you can see the metal bridge that goes over the San Jacinto River. That's nice, but the problem is with all this flooding, this is what I've got to go across to even be able to get to the bridge. I don't know about this. This looks a little more daring than that last water crossing I just did. I don't know if you can tell how fast the water's moving, but it's clipping along pretty good. I'm going to dip out there in a little ways and see what it's like, but if it gets too deep, man, out here by myself, I'll just have to huff it back to a highway somewhere and have another detour. Well, this really stinks. It's part of it. I can't touch bottom with my trekking poles, period. So as swift as that water is, not knowing how deep it is, that's not cool out here by yourself. So don't have much choice, I guess. I'll scout around a little bit, but it looks like I'm gonna have to huff it back, oh, however far it is back to the highway. Well, I'm about 1.5 miles from the highway, and with all the flooding upriver and not being able to get around to San Jacinto, I was kind of afraid that was going to happen down here in the lower section, especially when it's called Winter's Bayou. Well, y'all, I'm back at the trailhead at the Winter's Bayou section, and I had to backtrack about 1.5 miles. But doggone, I did have a little bit of trail magic today. I met a couple that were hiking down that way, just doing a little quick day hike with their dogs. Some nice people from Kansas, and I told them what I had done, and they offered to give me a ride. Anyway, some trail angels and a little trail magic. Across the river, another river. That's okay though, I still had a good time. Alright y'all, I'm at the number 15 trailhead. I'm at the very end of the Lone Star Trail. 96.5 miles long. And I had to do some bypassing. I probably did more than 96.5 miles. Of course, it took me 2 different tries if you saw my video back in September. Anyway, this was different. It wasn't exactly the trip I planned, but it was an adventure. And I'm at the end of it, so that's all that counts.